Okay, y'all, we gonna have some real talk today. This video is so long overdue because my last hairdresser appointment was in July. Okay, and first off, let me just say that my hair did not come out as nice as this, and it did not last this long when I got my hair professionally straightened both times. Once at a Dominican salon, and once at a natural hair salon. Both times, and I'll show pictures, as soon as I hit the parking lot, my $70 was gone. And yes, they're charging like that just to flat iron and straighten natural hair at the Dominican salon. At the natural hair salon, I think I paid like 50, something around there. Well, anyways, let me get on with the story. The situation is that I don't believe that it is understood in the market here, and which is shocking, Florida. I don't believe that it's understood about the different textures and the different needs for the different products and techniques on natural hair. And why this is important is because if you're someone who does not have the time or the ability to experiment and try different things with your hair, you're going to try to rely on a professional. And if you go to a salon that is a natural hair salon, you are expecting that they are professional and they will know what to do. And one of my biggest issues with what happened with my hair straightening flat iron session is that because they couldn't and didn't know how to lay down my cuticles, they assumed that was all damaged ends. So if I have never shared anything on this channel, let me please just share. Do not allow people or hairdressers or professionals or anyone to cut off your ends. They wanted to cut off about 4 inches of my ends, saying they were damaged. And because I have a big mouth, I just was like, no. Well, in the words of Whitney Houston, hell to the no. But basically, I told them no, that I would deal with that. And I asked them to saran wrap my hair. And once they saran wrapped my hair, then my cuticles laid down some more. I was like, oh good Lord, so what happened to the damaged hair? And they still were swearing me up and down that my ends were damaged at about 4.5, 5 inches. I'm not joking you. Now right now, I'll post pictures of my hair before I hit the humidity. Like I said, this is Florida. This is what's up. The humidity, and if you don't do certain things, then the humidity will take over and start trying to revert back your hair. But I'm shocked and awed that professionals could assume that that's damaged ends. And a lot of times we go to hairdressers and we don't feel comfortable speaking our voice, our opinions. This is our hair. This is your hair. You put a lot of time. You put a lot of effort into it. Yeah, I got laughed at because it wasn't just me there. It was me and T. And I ain't playing that. If I ain't playing that with my hair, I for sure am not playing that with my child's hair. And they tried the same thing with her. And I was just like, well, what are the odds? Because I know how we take care of our hair. So what are the odds that both of us have 5 inches worth of damaged hair? Now hers wasn't showing like that because she had the some of the relaxed ends. And relaxed ends are not going to show damage. They're not going to show frayed or frizzy like natural. ends will if you don't know what to do with them, which is my contention. They did not know what to do with my natural hair. The lady who did my hair, she had a weave on, so I really couldn't see what her hair was looking like. And you know, to me, if you're at a natural hair salon, I feel like I kind of want to see, you know, how you're caring for your hair. And so nobody in there except for one other lady had their hair out natural, which was odd to me, and she had dreads. So, and then this one guy, he had dreads, and I asked him, I was like, how often do you clip your ends? Because they were accusing me of, oh, it was 5 months ago since you trimmed your ends. And I said, yeah, I don't really hang out with my ends and manipulate them too much to be disturbing them. So they were like, still, you still need to. So I asked the guy, I was like, how often do you trim your ends? And he said, once every 5 months. And his ends were looking pretty okay to me. So he whispered it too, because he didn't want to blow their theory out the water. So basically my point to you is, if I would have listened to them, about a year's worth of work would have been down the drain for nothing, because there's nothing wrong with my ends. And I'll show you in the pictures how T got them to lay down, and myself. We have a technique we'll share with you. Now, one thing I want to say about heat is use it at your caution. I believe that different textures of hair require different levels and temperatures of heat. Her hair is a bit looser than mine. She does not have to put the heat up that high, as high as she did for mine. My coils are really tight and they're very resilient. And so there's different techniques you have to experiment with your hair to determine what works for you. I do think that tighter textures need a little bit more heat, and you can decide if you want to pass it through the heat through one time and slowly, or a few times with a little bit more speed like she did mine. And that's it. That's all I wanted to address in this video is trust your instincts, speak up about your hair, or else you will be upset. When we left that hairdresser, even though I had asked the lady, please don't cut my daughter's hair, don't trim it, by the time I got around to the chair where they were at, she was trimming it. You know, what's up with that? So, and I have several issues with with going to the hairstylist. And it's always the same thing. It's been the same thing for 10, 15 years now. The same problem. I thought we would have come a further way because, you know, with time, but apparently we haven't. I visited 2 of the major hairstylists in this area. So if you are a natural hairstylist and you're wanting to have an open market, I feel this is an open market for a good company to come through, somebody who knows what they're doing with natural hair. I understand that in this market, you don't have to study for, you don't have to learn about natural hair. That's like an extra to pass for your licensure. That's what I'm understanding. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I was told by one of the hairdressers, that is an added bonus. But I feel it should be mandatory if you're going to be working up in a natural hair salon. I'm figuring, based on what I saw, that these stylists, based on their own hair, they work well with weave, relaxers, probably dreads or whatever. But like how we do braid outs, twist outs, and all that innovative and fun stuff, you may be in for a surprise. And then the flat ironing, of course, that of all the things I've done to my hair, that's something that's taken me the longest to want to venture into, because I feel it can become dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. And also, I mean, I'm just having too much fun with my coily hair to really be wanting to straighten it so much. And it takes a lot of time. I enjoy the twists more, even though they take more time, because I can still exercise with them, because I work out and I love to run and stuff. I get sweaty, so this is like the most I'm going to tolerate this for is a week, because I can't not be active for more than a week. So that's it. That's all I'm going to babble about. If you guys could share with me your experiences in the different markets with flat ironing or straightening your natural hair. I just want to see, are we all going through the same thing, or is it just this way in the Florida area with all this humidity? I think T did a really great job on my hair. I'm going to show in the next video the techniques that she used. It was all laid down flat when I took my wrap out this morning. I have been out and about, and I think this was the area that I gave her the hard time about putting the grapeseed oil on. So this is the only area that really responded and took note of the humidity. But even still, I don't mind the fullness, because that's something I never had when I was relaxed. When I was relaxed, it was just like wet rat, really straight, thin. And then since I went into this for volume and healthy hair, I don't have a problem with it. But see you guys next video, and let me hear what's on your mind. Alright, bye.